To whoever this may impact, sometimes our lives have to be completely shaken up, changed, and rearranged to relocate us where we're really meant to be. Sometimes change feels like loss, transformation is scary, and sometimes to discover the best versions of ourselves, we must let go of absolutely everything that's holding us down. Welcome to I Missed Me, your new safe space. I'm excited to form a part of your healing journey. People show what they want to show. That's true for social media, conversations, and life in general. What we see is often the highlight reel and not the behind the scenes. When we see people laughing, traveling, achieving goals, and looking their best, it can make us feel like we're falling behind, that we're somehow failing because our own life doesn't look like that. But no one's life and no one's reality is perfect. Those pictures, they're just moments. They don't show sleepless nights, the self-doubt, the struggles, or the healing journeys that are happening behind closed doors. Somewhere along the way, society has convinced us that happiness is the ultimate goal. Like if we're not smiling 24/7, we're doing something wrong. But life is full of emotions: joy, sadness, frustration, peace, anger, excitement. None of these emotions are bad. They're all a part of the human experience. It is okay to have days when you're not okay. And it is okay to feel stuck, sad, or overwhelmed. Those moments don't mean you're failing, they mean you're living. Don't owe anyone your happiness. You don't have to plaster on a smile or pretend you're fine just to make others comfortable. Healing isn't linear, and it is not a straight path where every day is better than the last. That's normal. Progress is messy. And instead of pressuring yourself to constantly be happy, focus on being honest with yourself and with others. Ask yourself what you need, and give yourself permission to rest, to feel, and to heal. When you scroll through your feed and see everyone living their best life, remind to yourself that you're seeing a filtered version of reality. Most people aren't posting their arguments, their self-doubt, or their moments of loneliness. They're sharing their wins, not their struggles. That doesn't make them fake, it just makes them human. But it also means that you can't use what you see online as your measuring stick for your own life. Comparison is a thief, and it steals your joy by making you focus on what you think you're lacking instead of appreciating what you already have. Spend less time scrolling and more time engaging in activities that make you feel present and fulfilled. Each day, take a moment to reflect on 3 things you're grateful for, big or small. Healing and growing aren't always grand gestures. Celebrate the little things: getting out of bed, drinking water, or saying no when you need to. When you're feeling down or stuck, talk to yourself like you would to a friend. Offer compassion instead of criticism. Surround yourself with people who support you, who are real about their struggles, and who lift you up when you need it. Life isn't about always being happy or having all figured out. It's about showing up, being honest, and giving yourself permission to feel everything: joy, pain, hope, and everything in between. You are enough just as you are, even on the days where you feel like you're not. We are all storytellers. Whether consciously or unconsciously, we craft the story of our lives for others to see. The stories we tell aren't always complete. We highlight the moments we're proud of, the ones that make us feel good, and the ones that align with what we want to be perceived. That's not inherently wrong. But the problem arises when we start comparing someone else's story to your own reality. When was the last time you saw someone post about their heartbreak, their insecurity, or moments where you feel like giving up? It's rare, and when they do share, it's often after they've already overcome it, wrapped up neatly with a positive takeaway. Life doesn't always come with a clean resolution. Why do we feel the need to present this perfect image? For many of us, it stems from fear. Fear of judgment, fear of being seen as weak, or fear of not being enough. We crave validation, so we create what we think will earn it. But this need for approval can be exhausting, and it creates a cycle where everyone is trying to live up to a standard that doesn't actually exist. When you're scrolling through social media, or even interacting with people in real life, it's easy to forget this. You might find yourself thinking, why does everyone else have it together and I don't? But here's the thing, no one has it all together. And even the people who seem the happiest or the most successful are dealing with challenges you don't see. This isn't just about social media. It is about the mask we all wear in different parts of our lives. At work, we want to seem competent and confident. In relationships, we want to appear loving and secure. With friends, we want to be fun and reliable. But underneath everything, we're complex. We're human beings. And complexity doesn't always fit neatly into the roles we try to play. A lot of us have been taught to suppress difficult emotions, to keep them hidden, or fix them as quickly as possible. Feeling sad, angry, or even lost isn't something to fix. It is something to feel. Those emotions are valid and deserve your attention just as much as the good ones do. When you allow yourself to feel your emotions without judgment, you create space for healing. Healing isn't about pretending the hard times didn't happen. It is about acknowledging them, learning from them, and finding ways to move forward at your own pace. We're so quick to show compassion to others and to say, "It is okay, you're doing your best. You don't have to be perfect." But when it comes to ourselves, we're relentless. We hold ourselves to impossible standards, and when we don't meet them, we spiral into guilt and shame. Self-compassion isn't just about being kind to yourself, but it is about recognizing your humanity. It is about understanding that everyone struggles, everyone makes mistakes, and everyone feels lost sometimes. You are not the exception. One practice that really helped me is to talk to myself like I would to a friend. When I'm feeling down, instead of beating myself up, I ask, what do I need right now? Sometimes the answer is rest. Sometimes it's a good cry. And sometimes it is something just as simple as stepping outside and taking a deep breath. Here's another thing. Healing doesn't always look like the way you think it will. It's not always meditating in silence or journaling your thoughts. Sometimes it's laughing with your friends until your stomach hurts, and sometimes it's just sitting with yourself in the quiet, letting the tears flow. The beauty of healing is that it's personal. There's no right way to do it, and no timeline you have to follow. We live in a world that equates worth with output. What you achieve, what you create, what you can check off your to-do list. But healing, growth, and even happiness aren't things you can force. They don't happen on a schedule. Rest isn't laziness. Taking time for yourself isn't selfish. And in fact, these moments of pause are often when the most profound growth happens. When you're not pushing or performing, you can actually listen to what your mind, body, and soul are asking for. Life isn't a performance. It's messy, beautiful, unpredictable, and sometimes really hard. You don't have to believe everything you see, and you don't have to measure yourself against anyone else's highlight reel. Take the time to honor your own journey. Feel what you need to feel. Rest when you need to rest. And celebrate the small moments that make your life worth living. Most importantly, be kind to yourself. With love, Mafe. Besties, if you enjoyed today's episode, make sure to share with anyone that might need to listen. Don't forget that we have a membership where as soon as you sign up, you will receive an I Missed Me hoodie. Plus, you have access to an exclusive episode every single month, printable activities, meditations, monthly challenges, PDF guides, and behind the scenes content. Don't forget to follow I Missed Me on social media, I Missed Me Podcast on Instagram and TikTok, and subscribe to I Missed Me's YouTube channel, I Missed Me Podcast. I will see you guys on our next episode.